calls rumors and gossip surrounding his son's death. Take a listen.
This was not a race thing. And this is not a political thing. Please do not comment if you do not know what happened. Do not turn this into a racial thing. It was not. Do not politicize this.
Well, it took the Anthony family about 24 hours to turn it into a race thing, to politicize it, and then to start capitalizing on it. Poor Jeff Metcalf lost his son that day. Hunter Metcalf lost his brother. His brother died in his arms. And the following weeks, months, the team Karmelo Anthony folks doxed the Metcalfs. They swatted the Metcalf several times, harassed them. They hired Dominic Alexander, and then Charleston White jumped on board, all in just campaigns to smear the Metcalf boys and Jeff Metcalf, just lie after lie. And now it's finally going to trial. And we can see that things aren't really calming down, especially outside on the courthouse lawn.
If evidence does come out that Karmelo was not in fact fighting for his life when he stabbed and killed Austin Metcalf, do you think that the black community will accept that?
If evidence shows that he did not, no, we're going to stand by ours regardless. They stand by theirs. We're going to stand by ours regardless. I'm a mother first. I'm a black mother. Let me put that on there. I'm an African-American mother. So I have to put away my color first and step into the motherhood. Nobody wants to see their child slain. So I do want to send prayers to Austin Metcalf, their family. But at the end of the day, I got to think like, okay, what did you do to them or whatever to cause this to happen, the reaction? We got to start taking accountability for our kids.
It's funny you could say that in the same breath, you know, that the kid should get away with it because he's black, but we need to take accountability for our kids. Yeah, he stabbed a kid to death. You know, Jeff Metcalf, his initial not wanting it to be cause racial tensions move. It's like the worst part of the black community just immediately stood up and said, "Fuck you, buddy. We're gonna do it," and they've been doing it ever since. Mostly in dark corners of TikTok, but now that the trial's going, we're seeing it there out on the lawn.
Then again, if my kid, that's why it's a catch-22. If my kid was Karmelo and I feel like his back was up against the wall, well, I'm gonna tell you straight up, better mine than yours.
But if your kid was Austin and the roles were reversed, you would want justice, right? Like, I mean, you'd be on the other side of the situation completely. You know, it's hard as a parent to kind of put yourself in the shoes of somebody like Jeff Metcalf or this horrible woman here. But, you know, it's like if my kid did what Karmelo Anthony did, I would want justice to be served. I mean, honestly, I'm not doing my kid any favors. You know, I would stand by him through it, and, you know, like if he murdered somebody in cold blood when he should have just walked away, I would let him know, look, man, that's wrong. You shouldn't have done it. It's not how I raised you. It's not how your mother raised you. It's not the way we handle things. I'm not worried about my kid doing that, thankfully. But yeah, that's what I would do. I wouldn't just be like, nope, he's innocent. You know, no, the other kid was white, so he should have died. You know, I got to stand by my kid. My kid should get off just because he's black. It's not how I operate. Not how decent people operate.
Better mine than yours. So either way it go, everybody loses. A black boy allegedly murdered, and I say allegedly, heavy on the allegedly.
Why is she doing that weird shit with her neck?
Murdered somebody. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, this is about race.
I mean, we could keep saying allegedly all through this trial, but he did it. He said he did it. He did it. He's gonna go to prison for it. He did it.
Because if the shoe was on the other foot, they wouldn't give a damn.
And we would.
Who wouldn't give a damn?
We give a damn all the time.
Let me say this. Let's say the community.
So she's saying the community as if white people ever refer to themselves as the community. We don't. That's kind of their thing. But no, as a matter of fact, as evidenced by all the white people that participate in every BLM protest, no, that's not how we operate, because we don't really see ourselves as a monolith in that way. So, there are going to be exceptions to that, of course, but as a general thing, no. We would definitely want to see justice served.
So, like, if Carmelo Anthony was
She said it twice too, like she was making a good point. It wasn't.
the one stabbed and killed by Austin
They
Metcalf,
wouldn't give a damn.
Yes, we would. We always give a damn. We always give a damn, and what does it get us to give a damn? It doesn't get it doesn't seem to get people anywhere to be empathetic towards people who have no reciprocal ability with that empathy. There's just this cloud of racism and hatred and addiction to victimhood that it stops people from being able to practice normal emotions. So then they end up capable of just like rage and stupidity.
I come out here every Thursday and we pray for people going to court, because we know this is the.
Imagine praying when somebody like this. I'm gonna let it play out. But when somebody like this says they're praying for these people, they're praying for murderers to get away with murder because of their skin color. They feel that it's not that it's people like this feel that it's racist to put somebody in jail who's black because he killed or harmed a white person. And unfortunately, there's a lot of judges that agree, mostly in Democrat-run cities and states, as we've seen time and again with Irina Zarutska's killer and that guy that killed that toddler, broke into a white family's home and murdered a toddler, and was just recently released.
Final frontier of racism, and it's legalized here.
it was announced yesterday that there's
Basically, any justice is legal, is racism, is his point. Like, if you commit a crime and you're black and you go to jail for it, that's racist. Then we got people like Brandon Johnson that co-sign on that.
if evidence does come out that
So yeah, that's what I mean when I say the worst of that community, the worst of the black community. And I have to be very clear that I'm not talking about the entire black community. That's not what I mean. There is a large amount of people in the black community that are racist. They just hate white people. And unfortunately, since 2020, when basically since George Floyd's public overdose, for these people, it's been open season on white folks. You know, we had the guy, Jacob Couch, was murdered in Tucson with a hatchet by a black guy. Again, Irina Zarutska. The elderly gentleman that was shoved down the stairs, people set on fire on subways. It's just, so when you have a guy like that, like that last guy that acts like it's just one-way victimhood, it's kind of unsettling to anybody that isn't a complete narcissist. But anyway,
They don't give a shit what the cops say. Karmelo Anthony could have blown the kid's head off. they would say it was self-defense. And if the roles were reversed, it would be a murder.
I don't stab, bitch. I fight. You stupid ass hoe, y'all. Stop right now. Come on, man. Come on, man. We gonna stab you, bitch. We don't come with a fucking war. We come with fucking people. You the audacity of white people. Y'all literally want us to be so bad. Y'all want to be us so bad. Y'all even taking our oppression and trying to claim it as yours.
So when you do this while you're talking, it's not sending a point. It's not making a point clearer. It's not certainly not going to make anybody listen to you or do what you want them to do. All it does is annoy us. It's weird. It's weird. You see a lot of women do this because I guess if you're talking to a small child, like, this can be intimidating, but when you're talking to a grown man, it's got no effect. But these people are clearly driven by emotion. So, yeah.
Talk about justice for Austin.
She's mad about the justice for
Austin.
Austin. She is mad that they want justice for Austin. She is really mad that they want Karmelo to go to prison for murdering Austin in cold blood. And then she's wearing a Trayvon shirt. Yeah.
Such a broad
That's
brush.
crazy. That's crazy.
You don't even know who we are.
Again, here you are. You want to be us so bad, you even take our words.
We do not want to be you. I don't think anybody wants to be you. And I don't know what words you think you own.
You even take our oppression.
Take your oppression? You don't have oppression to take. There's no oppression there for him to take of yours. Like, it's so hard to imagine, like, wanting to be a victim. Just wanting people to feel sorry for you, I guess. Like, there's this is some kind of mental disorder that people have now where they can't get respect, so they want pity. And it releases the same amount of endorphins, apparently, for these people. To get the pity that they get releases the exact same serotonin that respect would give them. But since they can't get respect, they can't earn respect, they want pity, so they have to live in a perpetual fake victimhood.
You want to be us so bad.
What makes
We didn't even come with no...
But it's like you're oppressed, but we want to be you. I'm confused.
come out here and talk makes sense.
Come back and slap your hands together again. Make it clear.
No, y'all brush with a wide brush.
Some people do. You're right.
She just repeated what he said, but in the wrong context.
It's too many of y'all to do it. Are you condemning your people? Let me ask you a conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
When
we
Jake
condemn
Long
our
was
people
out
all
here
the
on
time.
Thursday, I told him you ain't making any difference. You're just as guilty as they are.
Really?
Hey, Jake Long needs to fuck
I don't
off.
think all white people are bad. I don't. I don't think all black people are good.
Absolutely not.
I don't understand why him getting arrested.
Yeah, they were just on the cusp of having a reasonable conversation instead of just a hate-filled back and forth. But then here comes a giant set of fake eyelashes, and that's over with.
Where's ISIS? Make sure this bitch got a driver's license. I got mine. Make sure this house supposed to be here because she is.
Where's ISIS? My mother worked for ISIS. Yeah, my ISIS. She's supposed to be here.
They talk about ICE now. The left's got these people, this part of the black community just brainwashed, just completely brainwashed. It's like they will fight. They will fight for anything that the left, the Democrats tell them to fight for.
I'm supposed to be here. This bitch ain't.
Like they're at the Karmelo Anthony trial, and this chick comes up talking about ICE. She's tired. Well, maybe if you weren't screaming all the time and being so animated, and if you had if you could have a conversation at an even, measured level, you wouldn't be so tired.
The time for hate is over.
She's got like a pet simp right behind her too. I bet he's tired. I bet he goes home and she beats the shit out of him and he goes and cries in a corner.
I can tell you're more genuine.
There's that finger. It's poking. It's like you can tell she's just looking for any excuse to throw hands.
I get it. That I'm not gonna hold you on my throat. I'm not gonna hold you on my throat.
He's trying to comfort her and she's just pushing his hands off him.
This lady right here is beautiful. Thank you. I've had conversations with this man right here. No issues. These cops right here ain't doing nothing. You feel me? Everything's okay. This is just emotion. Everybody, this is just human emotions. This is just human emotions.
Just human emotions, exactly. Like, people need to think objectively and critically, but they can't. People just want to run to emotions.
Nobody has touched anybody.
Here they are, right here.
This is just human emotion. Okay? This is just emotion. This is just.
Now, to be fair, I don't know the two white people that she was just yelling at and poking her finger at may have, or probably, well, surely they said something that provoked that reaction. Who knows what it was? Could have been justified, might not have been. You know, some people think that just even talking to somebody like Carmelo Anthony and asking him to move from under a tent is death sentence.
We don't need performative support for Karmelo. We need people who really down for the cause, who gonna go in there and confront the people.
We need people who are really down for the cause. What, defending a murderer?
But right now, I already know.
And that would lead to what?
Change. Nothing can change unless you address it.
What change are you talking about, man? Like, you want to change the world so that people can get away with murdering other people as long as the killer is black and the victim's white? Like, what change?
When they come in, what is? I'm over to your solution.
Jesus Christ.
All over America, because America got all
False
these
God.
options, and they hungry for that.
False God.
That
That
young
explains
blood.
that.
Oh yeah. She's a leftist too. Just these people that they're not only politically corrupt but spiritually corrupt. They start to take on the characteristics of a demon.
Not even an original word in alphabet. Did you know that?
That's your opinion.
Do you know your history? Did you know in your English alphabet the letter J is not original? Do you know your history?
What the fuck? Is she drunk?
Exactly. Performative.
What's that have anything to do with Jesus Christ?
She's just throwing out words that she doesn't understand.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
beautiful. Your skin, beautiful. Your health.
I think this guy's on mushrooms.
Your smile, beautiful.
He's on ecstasy or something. He's like telling this fat man how beautiful he is. I think somebody might have given this group acid. I just want to back up because the guy in the black shirt, he looks like he's on Molly, just going around telling people how beautiful they are. Then you got this other chick wandering around, waving her hands like she's like trying to, I don't know, smell invisible flowers. I think somebody gave these people drugs, strong hallucinogens, which could be a good way to deal with an unruly crowd, honestly. I think it's just the biggest problem on the Austin Metcalf side of it is it's insulting when people just push this justice like signs that say justice for Carmelo Anthony when he brutally murdered another kid, and the only reason you're holding that sign is because he's black and his victim was white. Like that's all it comes down to. You don't know any of the facts of the case clearly because you think it was self-defense. You just know a black kid stabbed a white kid and you want the black kid to get away with it. That's terrible. If it was the other way around, it would be terrible. If a white kid stabbed a black kid and a bunch of white people were holding signs up saying free the white kid for stabbing the black kid, then I'd be equally opposed to that. But you don't see that. That's not a normal everyday occurrence. This is not unusual. This is typical behavior that we're seeing. So and people like the demon chick that was just wandering around in her Trayvon shirt, she doesn't really care about Carmelo Anthony so much as she just cares about, white people getting stabbed to death. To her, that's justice. To her, that makes the world right. Because a long time ago, somebody that she has no connection to was oppressed, and because that person has similar immutable characteristics to her, she hitches her wagon to their victimhood. I just will never get it.
These are human emotions. We are people. We have not been treated like people. Look up the books of delectable news. Do your research.
Yeah. So anyway, these people like this, the worst of the community, will always act like they're victims, but they will call themselves kings and queens. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm not sure what else I can say about this right now. It's gonna be interesting watching the trial develop. It seems like it's gonna be a short one. We'll see. But anyway, like I said, let me know in the comments what you think.